what we wanted to do with this episode is basically want to do a Stage 1, Season 1 preview. So we're going to go through all the different divisions. We're going to talk about some of the changes that are coming up on the PTR and how that's going to affect things. And then kind of give you how we feel about what's going to happen in Stage 1. So to start, we're going to go with the Atlantic Division. We're going to go through those teams and who we think is going to be in the top, who we think is going to be in the bottom.
From my perspective right now, I'm looking at Stage 1 more as an actual preseason.
Yes.
I think we both are.
Yeah, and this is where I feel like it's going to take some time for it to like really come together. But this will be where you'll see like, okay, it's really started. So it'll be like similar to an NBA preseason type of thing, but at the same time, it will be a little bit more than that in the sense of teams will be kind of getting a feel for each other, how the other teams are going to play, how they're going to play and counter that thing and counter what the other teams are doing. And that's the real key. And like what really I think is the meat of the whole thing is taking what one team is doing and countering that and figuring out what works best for you. And then also on top of that, figuring out how you can use what you do the best to counter what somebody else does the best.
And also, I'm looking at kind of like a boxing match, first round.
Yeah.
Where you're kind of just dancing around, kind of seeing what other guys are doing. Mm-hmm. You're looking at who, especially in this league, you're looking at what the comps are that they're doing. Mm-hmm. And we'll get to this later, but, with the whole Mercy Junkrat thing, with the nerfs with them, how they're going to affect how these teams are going to play. In the Atlantic Division, I think that's going to make a difference with my team because they're a dive team from way back in the Contenders where they ran Lucio a lot and, they got handcuffed with Mercy.
Yeah, with the Mercy change from her 5-man reses.
The bullshit 5-man, I'm going to hide in the corner, fucking try and get the play of the game res.
I'm going to not actually heal I want my team to die so I can bring them all back to life at the same time, and then we just go on to murder the rest of their team because they have nothing to counter it because they used all their ults to kill us. And
they're actually...
I really feel like definitely the team to come out of the Atlantic Division. I really think Boston's going to be good.
I think Boston's going to be better than everyone is thinking they're going to be.
Yes.
I also think that New York is going to be not as good as everyone thinks.
Yeah.
Just because they're Korean doesn't mean they're going to be in the fucking top of the division.
Right. It's a matter of are they going to be able to pull things together as a team and really be a cohesive unit as opposed to, well, they've all just been playing for a really long time and they know their stuff, like they're all just really good, so they'll automatically be able to do it. Right. It doesn't always work like that.
40-game season.
Last year.
40-game season.
Exactly.
It's not a tournament. And that's the whole thing.
Yes. That is a really big thing that I think a lot of people are not considering because they're looking at tournament records, and this is way beyond a tournament.
It's not like your round robin kind of or whatever your tournament is that you're playing the game in. This is not regular esports. This is a league where you have scheduled games.
It's 40 scheduled games throughout the entire season, and then playoffs.
And then playoffs in between each of the segments, the stages. And one thing that I'm going with in the Atlantic is Houston got a break. They got thrown in the Atlantic.
Yes.
Because
they really did.
I think they're the number 2 team behind London, and I think Boston's number 3. And with the Mercy changes, I think Florida could be 4 and maybe higher, but that's fandom And I have no idea what the hell Philadelphia's going to do.
And that's really kind of the wild card in the whole league is having Philadelphia because we haven't seen anything from them. I mean, we know a little bit about the guys that are playing for them, but that's about it. We haven't seen anything from them as a whole team because of all the things that happened with them with not being able to play in the preseason at all.
Yeah, the whole travel,
with their travel
bullshit,
things.
whatever the hell is going on there.
Right.
But I don't know. It's the whole thing. They could be good, and it goes back to it's the whole 40-game season thing.
Right.
I think they could rise up, much like I think Florida could be, but I'm being a fan again.
Florida could be better than everyone thinks that they're going to be.
And also, there's free agent signings. They could have some additions to that roster where they might need a couple extra people, and because everyone's counting them out.
Right.
These guys on that team, they were at the top of the fucking contenders when Misfits. They were fucking up there. The only problem they have is with my team.
I think you are at least partially right. Like, I think they're not going to be this, like, they're not going to be the Browns of this league.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're like the Browns or like, they're just going to be this fucking bullshit team that like scrubs around the bottom. I don't think any team in this league is that. And it's
too new to be that at this point.
Everyone in this league has got fucking talent.
Right. And that's what I think really is going to be interesting. It's something we talked about before the league started. Are you going to end up getting later down the lines with some of your free agent signings? Are you going to be getting guys that you're going to pull in that are going to be specialists, that are going to be like, okay, we have this one map where May is phenomenal, and we have this guy that's so good at May, but he's not very good at anybody else.
One-trick signings. I'm all into that.
And I really think that's going to make a big difference down the line in this league.
A lot of people aren't bringing it up, but, it's like a relief pitcher in baseball. Mm-hmm. Mariano Rivera. So you're on Eichenwald. You need to defend, and you got a Symmetra main. Are you going to sign? All he ever plays
is Symmetra, and he's probably the best Symmetra player in the world. But he's probably diamond level with anybody else. But top 10 Symmetra player, number one Symmetra player in the world.
You bring the Symmetra in because you have to stop the other team because. You have to defend, and you got. I think it's fucking
like Hanamura or something like that, where it's a 2 control point map, something like that, where
you bring in Orisa main, you bring in someone that one tricks Orisa, Grandmaster level. Why not?
Right.
You can have them on your roster. I think it opens up a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's like a relief pitcher in baseball.
Going homer again, you bring in the high
like
leverage.
Kicker.
You got the high leverage situation of, we got this. All right, bring in Andrew Miller.
Yeah,
that type
you bring
of guy.
in Andrew Miller. You bring in Mariano Rivera. You bring in your person that is going to stop them from doing that. You know what? And as much as some of you people might not like the fact that one fucking trick is doing something.
Or,
especially at Toribur Symmetra.
Right. God forbid.
God forbid.
Or our least favorite. God forbid.
God forbid it's a fucking Hanzo. Well,
I'm not the. If that's the way it's gonna be, there's gonna be one guy that's gonna be like he's the god of Hanzo, but he's not good at anybody else. But
see ragtag for
our true feelings on Hanzo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I as far as going back East? To staying in the East, the number one
the topic,
right? Topic
one
at hand.
London,
London, Houston.
I think Houston's 2. I think New York is 4. I'm going to go Boston 3 because I think they're going to get better, and they're better than people fucking think they are. Mm-hmm. I think Florida somewhere 5. I don't know what the fuck Philadelphia is going to do.
It's really tough. It's really tough.
I'm putting them last because I don't know what the hell they got.
Right.
All right, so that wraps up our Atlantic Division preview. We got London in at 1, Houston 2, Boston in at 3, New York 4, Florida 5, and Philadelphia in 6. Just because we don't know exactly what they're going to do. They could go up, which I'm pretty sure they might. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to like us, subscribe, and hit the little bell so you get alerts to when we got our next show coming up. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the action. We'll see you later.